Well, we're down close to around 30 points odd. Some kind of a pullback is getting sold into actually because the Nifty is trying to move towards the 7,330, 35 odd mark, but that as well is getting sold into. A couple of stocks that just took a bit of a knock in the last few minutes. Bharati Infratel has suddenly done a U-turn. I remember the stock holding in the green. Eicher Motors as well is moving lower. So pull up the intraday chart of that stock. And a couple of these heavier names, I think SBI and HUL, they're moving lower, which is not very, very good news. Eicher Motors sharp downtick is what we have seen on that stock. But let's get in Ashwani Gujral then. Hi Ashwani, you just told us a while back that close out your short positions. Currently we're at around 10,730. Contra long trade, that's something that you're looking at?
Yeah, basically 10,680, 700 is a strong support. See, the idea here is that S&P 500 is extremely oversold, so are all global markets. And you could be looking at a situation where, post the holiday, things kind of gap up. So what is a bear market in other markets is probably just a correction here. So, people should build up some long positions. Now, it's possible that we first go down on the 26th. So, you can't do it with futures. But overall, I think the market is correcting the previous rise. And finally, at some point, we'll probably start to move higher, contrary to the script that people are used to. So having said that, TCS is a buy with a stop of 1900, target of 2010. Mahindra & Mahindra Financial Services is a buy with a stop of 469, target of 484. And PFC is a buy with a stop of 98, target of 106.
Okay, TCS was also a recommendation by Sudarshan earlier in the show. Ashwani, what about something like a Hero MotoCorp? It's down about 3.5% today. It's underperformed in 2018 with a cut of close to about 15%. What is the chart telling you?
Well, it's hit its 200-day moving average from the downside at 33.50. Now, my sense is probably it can go down to 30.50 thereabouts. And that would be a good dip to buy into. So for the moment, it has 100, 150 points on the downside.
Okay, all right. Let's get in a couple of Twitter queries then. We have Saurabh, who has 500 shares of Sun Pharma, average price of 650 rupees. He wants to know the long-term view on the stock. Ashwani is making a big loss actually. What would your advice be?
See, the only saving grace in Sun Pharma is that it's some kind of a blue chip. And when, blue chips get into trouble, generally they have the money and the resources and the wherewithal to come back. If he wants to make money on this, he needs to buy at least 1,000 shares here. If not, it's going to be long haul, maybe another 3 years, etc. So if you've decided to hold, then at least give yourself a chance to break even. Otherwise, he should have been out long back. Being a long-term investor at high prices is really not the way to make money.
Okay. Any disclosures?
We have just added to our Bank Nifty long positions.
Okay, Ashwani, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining in. Get into a break. Up next, we'll discuss the market fundamentals with Deven Choksi of KR Choksi. Stay tuned.